Are you serious? Are you serious? Did Iran steal the missing plane? That's the mystery missing plane in Malaysia. You say, oh, Paul, don't go there. Well, the reason I'm saying that, it was 2 Iranians who were on the plane with stolen passports. It is the Iranians who have declared holy jihad on Israel and said they are going to annihilate Israel, wipe it from the pages of history. It is Iran that has been working feverishly to get their hands on the capability to finish off building a nuclear warheads and have been enriching uraniums. It is the Iranians who have had a very difficult relationship with the United States of America and, of course, are motivated to do anything they could if they could capture some technology that would give them an advantage over not only the United States of America, but over Israel as well. Now, you know, they posted videos, they put on propaganda, they even showed on Iranian state-run television of bombs blowing up New York City and Washington, D.C., and they've voiced tremendously how they hate the Americans and the Israelis. They call, of course, the Americans the Zionists that protect the Zionist regime of Israel. And they have worked closely with Assad in Syria and with Russia and with others who have built coalitions with different motivations. Russia's motivation is a little different than some of the others. But certainly, I'm looking at Iran. You're saying Iran doesn't have the capability to pull this off. Yes, they do. By using religion, by using their connections with Malaysians who are devout Muslims, the Iranians, along with the Malaysians, could have pulled off a deliberate hijacking of this plane. Not in the sense of, I don't believe the 2 Iranians hijacked the plane. I don't. I believe they were just there to help keep the passengers under control. I believe the guys that hijacked the plane were already in the cockpit, both the pilot and the first officer, or one of the 2. One could have killed the other and then took over. Certainly, though, this was a deliberate taking of the Malaysian airline, MH Flight 370. Now, even Prime Minister of Malaysia is now, just did a press conference about an hour and a half ago in which he says that the missing Malaysian jetliner was deliberately diverted and continued flying for more than 6 hours after losing contact with the ground, meaning it could have gone as far northwest as Kazakhstan or as far-reaching southern reaches of the Indian Ocean. In other words, it could have went to Iran. It could have flown to Iran. It could have flown to Pakistan. It could have flown to India. It could have flown to Kazakhstan. It could have flown to China or North Vietnam or somewhere else in Indonesia. But it had to fly a path that could avoid military and civilian radar. And the pilot knew the exact path to take to avoid detection. He couldn't avoid the pinging off the satellites. He may not even known that was there. But he did know to shut off all 3 systems of interceptors and black box indicators and sensors and radar capabilities to avoid and then take a path. This plane was taken, and I believe this plane never crashed, but is right now in an underground hangar. And the motivation would be simply this. The 20 employees from Free Scales Limited of Austin, Texas, who are engineers of microprocessing, microchip processing and data, RFID microchip, nanotechnology, even bio-nanotechnology to avoid radar systems. And Free Scales Limited of Austin, Texas is the largest defense contractor to the United States, all 4 military branches with sophisticated sensors and microchip processors to avoid detection in intelligence and in spy spy planes. Speaking of spy planes, throw this at you for you. Here you go. Are you ready? The United States yesterday had a drone intercepted in Crimea by Russia. The American Scout attack drone was intercepted in a Crimean sky. It was stolen. It was intercepted. The name of this drone is the MQ-5B drone. It was part of the 66th U.S. Brigade of Military Intelligence with a main location. And then it was flying 4,000 feet above Crimea, spying on Russian troop maneuvers and positions. And guess who took it down? Not with a missile. They didn't get shot out of the sky. No, the Russians took the drone right out of the sky from us and safely landed it in Crimea. Our spy drone was stolen by the Russians right out of our hands. In other words, Russia has the technology. They can override United States technology and take our own spy drones from us. And they got it completely intact, and now they can fully analyze everything that we do with our drones. There's a lot going on. Let me just put it to you this way. The New World Order is working in many different directions. Many different countries are involved in the rising of the beast. The Bible talks about a beast shall rise out of the sea. And it will have, of course, 7 heads and 10 horns. And those horns would have 10 crowns. Or they would be 10 kings. The beast will be ruled by an antichrist. He'll have 10 kings working for him. All of them with the crowns of blasphemy. They will hate Christianity and Jews. And they will work directly against the people of God. Now, this new world order, or one world government, or as the Bible calls it in Revelation, the beast, will have an antichrist and a false prophet who will help bring about a one world religion. And there will be a mark of the beast, or a technology, that all the world will have to function under. And if you don't join that, then you cannot buy or sell. Now, this is the ultimate battle that's coming by Lucifer against God and the children of God. But of course, we that are born again and redeemed, we are the winners. And we are not appointed unto wrath. Now, we may be here through some of this process, and looks like we are, because we're in the beginning of sorrows in Matthew 24, and we're even in Matthew, which is 24:8, and we're certainly in 24:9 as Christians are being beheaded and murdered and killed and slaughtered in 40 different countries of the world. Remember, it's our pastor from Idaho that's being beaten and shackled to a hospital bed. I just watched his wife on television this morning pleading for people to pray for her husband. This is getting ugly, folks. The world is extremely ugly. Where's the Malaysia plane? Well, as I've been telling you for 5 days, that plane didn't crash. That plane was taken. It was taken. Who took it? I don't know. Could have been the Americans? Maybe. Could have been the Russians? Maybe. Could have been the Chinese? Very possibly. Could the Malaysians have helped them? Very possibly. Or could it have been Iran? Yes, very possibly. We'll wait and see. One thing's for sure. This is not the same world that you grew up in. Get ready. It's going to get really bumpy. It's going to get real rocky. It's going to get real unstable on this planet. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Now, the Lord has not appointed the Christians unto wrath. We will not face the wrath of God, but we will face the persecutions, the problems, and the beginning of the sorrows and the woes that come upon the earth that's inflicted on each other by mankind and led by the spirit of darkness by Lucifer. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Give your life to Jesus Christ. It's time to be born again. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace in the Middle East, but pray for the peace within the hearts of man. Give your life to Jesus. I'll be right back.